Hey everyone, welcome back to Daily Cup English. I'm Liam and I'm here with Chloe. How are you doing today, Chloe?
Hey, Liam. I'm doing pretty well. Feeling relaxed, actually. How about you?
The same here, just enjoying a quiet moment and a cup of coffee. And to everyone listening, thanks for spending a part of your day with us.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. And if this is your first time here, welcome to Daily Cup English, where we talk about real life topics in real, everyday English.
Exactly. And before we get started, just a quick reminder. If you enjoy our conversations, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow the podcast. We upload new episodes every day.
Daily conversations, daily English practice. It's like a small cup of English you can enjoy anytime.
I like that. And today's topic is something I think everyone can relate to, whether you're learning English, working a job, or just trying to figure out life.
Yeah, today we're talking about comfort zones are expensive.
That sentence sounds simple, but it carries a lot of meaning.
Definitely, and maybe a little uncomfortable too, which is kind of the point.
So, Chloe, let's start with the basics. When people hear the phrase comfort zone, what do you think they usually imagine?
I think most people imagine a place where they feel safe and relaxed. It could be a routine, a habit, or even a mindset. Basically, it's where things feel familiar.
Right. It's doing what you already know how to do. No surprises, no big risks.
Exactly. For example, staying in the same job for years because you know what to expect, or avoiding difficult conversations because they make you nervous.
Or even something simple like learning English. Some people stay in their comfort zone by only reading or listening, but never speaking.
Yes, that's a great example. Speaking feels risky, so they avoid it, and at first, that feels comfortable.
And that's the tricky part. Comfort zones aren't bad, they actually help us feel stable.
I agree. There's nothing wrong with wanting comfort. The problem starts when comfort becomes a reason to stop growing.
Exactly, when comfort turns into an excuse.
And that's where this idea comes in. Comfort zones are expensive.
Yeah, at first, staying comfortable feels free. You don't feel stress, you don't feel fear.
But over time, you start paying in other ways. You miss chances, you delay your goals, you start wondering, what if I had tried?
And that cost doesn't show up right away. It shows up slowly over months or even years.
That's why so many people don't notice it until they feel stuck.
So today, we're going to talk about that cost, what comfort really takes from us, even when it feels safe.
So, Liam, when we say comfort zones are expensive, I think some people might feel confused. They might think, expensive? I'm not paying money to stay comfortable.
Yeah, that's a really common reaction, because at first, staying comfortable actually feels cheap. You don't spend extra energy, you don't take risks, you don't fail.
Right, there's no stress bill at the end of the day.
Exactly, but the cost isn't money, it's more hidden.
Hidden how?
Well, think about opportunity. Every time you choose comfort, you might be saying no to something else. A new skill, a new experience, a better version of yourself.
That's true. It's like you're paying with opportunities instead of cash.
Yes, and also with time. Time is a big one.
I agree. Time is probably the most expensive thing we have.
Let's say someone stays in a job they don't like, but it feels safe. The salary is okay, the work is easy, and they know what to do every day.
So they stay, year after year.
Exactly, and nothing terrible happens, but nothing exciting happens either.
And one day they look back and realize they spent 5 or 10 years just being comfortable.
That's the price. Those years are gone.
Another cost is confidence, I think.
Yeah, that's a good point. Can you explain that?
Comfort zones, when you stay in them for too long, you stop challenging yourself. And when you stop challenging yourself, you start doubting your abilities.
Like, can I really do more than this?
Exactly. You forget what you're capable of because you never test yourself.
That happens a lot with learning new things. People think, I'm just not good at this, but actually, they just haven't tried enough.
Or they tried once, felt uncomfortable, and went back to what felt safe.
Which is understandable. No one likes feeling bad at something.
True, but avoiding discomfort doesn't make you stronger. It keeps you the same.
And over time, staying the same can feel worse than failing.
That's such an important point. Failure hurts, but feeling stuck hurts in a quieter way.
Yeah, it's like a slow cost. You don't notice it every day, but it adds up.
So, when we say comfort zones are expensive, we're really talking about the long term cost.
Right. You might feel okay today, but you're paying with your future.
And the scary part is, no one sends you a bill. You don't realize how much you've paid until you stop and think about it.
That's why this topic matters. Comfort feels good now, but growth pays off later.
And sometimes the most expensive choice is the one that feels the easiest.
You know, when we talk about this, I can't help but thinking about my own experience. I stayed in my comfort zone for a long time without even realizing it.
What did that look like for you?
It was mostly about my job. I had a position that was fine, not great, not terrible. The people were nice, the work was easy, and I knew exactly what was expected of me.
So that sounds like something a lot of people would choose.
Exactly, and that's why it felt safe. I didn't wake up feeling stressed, I didn't worry about failing. I just showed up, did my work, and went home.
So what was the problem?
The problem was that I stopped growing. At first, I told myself, this is just temporary. But weeks turned into months, and months turned into years.
Did you know you were stuck at that time?
Not really. That's the scary part. I thought I was being responsible. I thought I was choosing stability.
That's such an honest thought.
Yeah, but deep down, I felt bored. I felt like I was wasting something, even though I couldn't explain what.
Did you ever think about leaving?
All the time. I thought about learning new skills, changing roles, even trying something completely different.
So what stopped you?
Fear, simple fear. I was afraid of failing, afraid of starting over, and honestly, afraid of what other people might think.
That's very real.
I kept telling myself, I'll do it next year, or I'm not ready yet. And those excuses felt reasonable.
Because they sounded responsible.
Exactly. But one day I had this moment where I realized something had changed. I wasn't excited about anything anymore.
That sounds heavy.
It was. I noticed I complained a lot, but I never took action. And that's when I realized the cost.
What cost did you feel the most?
My confidence. I started doubting myself. I wondered if I was capable of more or if this was all I could do.
Wow.
Staying comfortable made me smaller, not in a dramatic way, but in a quiet, slow way.
That's powerful, Liam.
And the worst part? Nothing was forcing me to stay. I chose comfort every single day.
So the price wasn't just time, it was how you saw yourself.
Exactly. That's when I understood. Comfort zones don't feel expensive at first, but they take away your belief in yourself.
And once that belief is gone, everything feels harder.
Yeah, leaving that comfort zone was scary, but staying there was costing me more than I realized.
Listening to your story, Liam, I see myself in a lot of it. My experience was a bit different, but the feeling was the same.
What happened with you?
For me, it wasn't about my job at first. It was about avoiding one specific thing that made me uncomfortable, speaking up.
Speaking up how?
In meetings, in group discussions, even with friends sometimes, I had ideas, but I kept them to myself.
Because it felt safer to stay quiet?
Exactly. I told myself I was just being polite or careful, but honestly, I was afraid of saying the wrong thing.
That fear can be really strong.
Yeah, every time I stayed silent, I felt a small sense of relief. No attention, no judgment.
But I'm guessing that relief didn't last long.
Not at all. Afterward, I would feel disappointed in myself. I'd think, why didn't I say anything? Why did I hold back again?
That kind of regret stays with you.
It does, and over time, it started affecting how I saw myself. I began to think of myself as the quiet one or the safe one.
Like you put yourself in a box.
Exactly. A very comfortable box, but also a very small one.
That's such a good way to describe it.
The cost for me wasn't obvious at first, but I missed chances to connect with people. I missed chances to grow.
And probably chances to be seen.
Yes, and that hurt because deep down I knew I had more to offer.
What made you realize something had to change?
One day, a coworker shared an idea that was very similar to something I had thought about weeks before.
That must have been hard to watch.
It was. Everyone praised the idea, and I just sat there thinking, that could have been me.
That's a painful moment.
It really was.
That's when I understood the price of my comfort. I wasn't protecting myself, I was holding myself back.
So what did you do next?
I didn't change overnight. I started small. I spoke once in a meeting. My voice shook, and it wasn't perfect.
But you did it.
Yes, and nothing terrible happened. That moment taught me something important.
That discomfort doesn't mean danger.
Exactly. It just means growth. And staying quiet for comfort was costing me more than being uncomfortable ever did.
Hearing your story, Chloe, it almost sounds like the comfort zone is always a bad thing, but I don't think that's completely true.
I agree. I don't think comfort itself is the enemy.
Yeah, sometimes staying comfortable can actually be the right choice. For example, when you're already under a lot of stress.
That's true. If someone is dealing with health issues, family problems, or burnout, pushing too hard might not be healthy.
Exactly. In those moments, comfort can help you recover.
But here's where I see the problem. Some people stay in their comfort zone not because they need rest, but because they're afraid.
That's a big difference.
Rest is a choice. Avoidance is also a choice, but it leads to a different result.
So the question becomes, why are you staying comfortable?
Yes, if you're staying because you're healing or recharging, that's okay. But if you're staying because you don't want to feel uncomfortable, then that comfort has a cost.
And the longer you stay for that reason, the higher the cost becomes.
I used to tell myself I was being patient, but looking back, I was just avoiding change.
I think many people confuse patience with fear.
That's such a good point.
Patience still has movement. Fear keeps you frozen.
So maybe the comfort zone isn't the problem. Staying there forever is.
Exactly. Comfort is helpful, but it shouldn't be permanent.
Growth needs discomfort, at least a little.
And discomfort doesn't mean suffering. It just means doing something unfamiliar. So maybe the real question isn't, should I leave my comfort zone, but am I choosing comfort instead of growth?
I love that question because it forces you to be honest with yourself.
And honesty is uncomfortable too.
True, but it's also where change starts. You know, when we talk about comfort zones, most people only see the surface. They think, I feel okay, so what's the problem?
Yeah, because the costs don't show up right away.
Exactly. They're hidden, quiet, easy to ignore.
One big hidden cost is motivation. When life is too comfortable, you lose your drive.
I've felt that. When everything feels easy, there's no reason to push yourself.
And without pushing yourself, days start to look the same.
Which can be dangerous in a slow way.
Another cost is comparison. When you stay comfortable, you watch other people grow.
And you start asking yourself, why are they moving forward and I'm not?
That question can turn into self-doubt.
Or even jealousy, which doesn't feel good.
Not at all. And then there's the cost of skill. If you don't practice something, you don't improve.
Or you even get worse.
Exactly. Think about learning English again. If you never speak, your confidence goes down.
And then speaking feels even more uncomfortable than before.
So the comfort zone actually grows smaller.
That's such an important point. Comfort doesn't stay the same size.
It shrinks, and your world shrinks with it.
Another hidden cost is regret. Not loud regret, but quiet regret.
The kind that shows up at night when everything is quiet.
Yeah, thoughts like, I should have tried, or I wonder what would have happened if.
Those thoughts are heavy.
And they're heavier than discomfort.
That's the truth. Being uncomfortable for a short time is often easier than carrying regret for years.
But comfort makes you forget that.
It makes today feel easy while tomorrow becomes harder.
So the real cost of comfort isn't pain, it's potential.
And once potential is lost, it's hard to get back.
Which is why comfort zones are expensive even when they feel free.
After talking about all these hidden costs, I think we need to talk about one thing that keeps people stuck in their comfort zone.
Fear.
Yeah, fear is the real gatekeeper.
And what's interesting is that fear doesn't always feel dramatic. Sometimes it feels very logical.
Totally. It sounds like a calm voice saying, maybe this isn't the right time, or what if it doesn't work out?
Or what if I fail and look stupid?
That one stops a lot of people.
including me for a long time. Fear made me believe that being uncomfortable meant something bad would happen.
But most of the time, nothing bad actually happens.
Exactly. You feel nervous, your heart beats faster, maybe you make a mistake, but you survive.
And that's the part fear never tells you.
Fear only shows you the worst possible result.
It never shows you growth.
And growth almost always feels uncomfortable at first.
Think about learning to ride a bike. You fall, you feel scared, but that's how you learn.
Or learning a language. You say the wrong word, people don't understand you, but that's how you improve.
Discomfort is part of the process.
But comfort makes fear feel bigger than it really is.
Yeah, when you stay comfortable for too long, even small challenges feel scary.
Because you're not used to discomfort anymore.
So fear grows and your confidence shrinks.
But when you face fear, even in small ways, something changes.
Fear doesn't disappear, but it loses power.
And growth starts to feel possible.
That's the difference between fear and danger.
Fear feels dangerous, but growth is usually safe.
And once you understand that, stepping out of your comfort zone doesn't feel impossible anymore.
It just feels uncomfortable, and that's okay. So after all this talk about fear and growth, I think some listeners might be thinking, okay, I understand, but where do I even start?
Yeah, that's a good question, because stepping out of your comfort zone doesn't mean changing your whole life overnight.
Actually, trying to do everything at once usually pushes people back into their comfort zone.
Exactly. That's why small steps matter so much.
So, what would you say is a good first step?
I'd say start with awareness. Just notice when you choose comfort.
Like asking yourself, am I avoiding this because it's truly not right for me or because it feels uncomfortable?
Yes, that question alone can change how you see your choices.
Another small step is doing one uncomfortable thing a day.
Nothing big, something simple.
Like speaking up once in a meeting.
Or sending that message you've been avoiding.
Or practicing English out loud, even if you're alone.
Those small actions train your brain to handle discomfort.
And over time, discomfort feels less scary.
Another important step is allowing yourself to be bad at something.
That's a hard one.
It is. Most people stay comfortable because they want to look capable.
But growth requires you to look awkward sometimes.
Exactly. Being bad is not failure. It's part of learning.
I also think it helps to lower your expectations.
In a good way.
Yeah, don't expect confidence right away. Expect effort.
Confidence comes after action, not before.
And maybe the most important step is consistency.
Small steps repeated often.
Because one brave moment is nice, but habits change your life.
So, if you're listening and feeling stuck, remember, you don't need a big plan.
You just need one small step.
And then another one tomorrow. If you're listening right now and feeling stuck, this part is for you.
Yeah, maybe you know you want to change something, but you're not sure you're ready.
Or maybe you keep telling yourself, I'll start next week, or I'll do it when I feel more confident.
We just want to say you're not alone.
Most people don't feel ready when they start.
And waiting to feel ready often means waiting forever.
If your life feels a little too comfortable right now, ask yourself one honest question.
Is this comfort helping me recover, or is it holding me back?
Because comfort can feel kind, but it can also be quiet and limiting.
And if you've been feeling bored, unmotivated, or frustrated for no clear reason, that might be a sign.
A sign that you've outgrown your comfort zone.
That doesn't mean something is wrong with you.
It means you're ready for more.
And more doesn't have to be huge.
It can be one small action.
One uncomfortable choice.
One moment where you choose growth over ease.
You don't need to be fearless.
You just need to be willing.
Because comfort zones are expensive.
And you deserve a life that costs you effort but gives you meaning.
Before we wrap up, I think it's important to leave everyone with something simple to remember.
Yeah, not a big rule, not a perfect plan, just one clear takeaway.
For me, it's this. Comfort is not the same as happiness.
That's a powerful difference.
You can feel comfortable and still feel empty.
And you can feel uncomfortable while moving towards something meaningful.
Growth doesn't always feel good in the moment.
But looking back, it usually feels worth it.
So if you're choosing between easy and meaningful,
Maybe meaningful is the better investment.
because effort gives you stories.
And comfort only gives you routines.
That's my takeaway. Mine is this: you don't need confidence to start.
You build confidence by starting.
Every small step out of your comfort zone is proof that you're capable of more than you think.
And those small steps add up.
So if there's one thing you remember from today's episode, let it be this.
Staying comfortable feels safe, but growth is what makes life move forward.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of Daily Cup English.
We really appreciate you spending your time with us.
If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow the podcast.
We share new episodes every day to help you practice English and think a little deeper about life.
And if this episode spoke to you, feel free to share it with someone who might need it.
Sometimes one small conversation can start a big change.
Until next time, keep learning,
Keep growing.
and don't be afraid to step a little outside your comfort zone.
See you in the next episode.
Bye for now.